Open three is good.
Shot pours the goal. Oh, Christopher.
Nice.
Huff shooting and scored. Hello and welcome to Sports Jam. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. This week on the show, highlights from basketball, hockey, gymnastics, swimming, and more. We'll meet a girls hockey standout from Breck in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And I'll talk hockey with three captains from the Maple Grove boys team.
But first, action from the second portion of the Breakdown Tip-Off Classic basketball event. December 3rd featured 12 girls games and 4 boys games, while this past Saturday features 16 boys games at the Lindbergh Center. Champlin Park's only loss 2 seasons ago came to Apple Valley in the Class 4A boys final. Former Apple Valley star and current Timberwolf Tyus Jones taking in the action as the Rebels met the Eagles again. McKinley Wright scoring the Rebels' first basket of the game there. And then he'll float the pass for Theo John, who scores for a 14-7 Champlin Park lead. Josiah Strong with a quick catch and shoot three. Rebels build a 24-9 lead. Trey Jones kickstarts an Eagles run with back-to-back three-pointers, cutting into the Champlin Park lead. Nice ball movement by the Rebels, and Sam Dubois hits a baseline three. Champlin Park leads by 8 at halftime. They go on to win over Apple Valley 91-84.
Maple Grove routed Rogers in the Crimson season opener on Friday. They came back a day later to take on 5-time defending state class 3A champ De La Salle. Gabe Kalsher spins and scores to give the Islanders a 10-point second half lead. Ryan Bredensteiner with a nice rebound and putback for the Crimson, cutting the lead to 5. And Brad Davison drives and scores as Maple Grove eventually takes the lead. With less than a minute to play, though, Terrell Cherry hits a three for De La Salle, tying it up at 64. Watch this. With less than 5 seconds to go, Davison hits a three-pointer for Maple Grove, and that's the game-winning bucket. 67-64 Crimson is the final. In other games at the Breakdown, Hopkins rolls past Rochester John Marshall 96-62. Ishmael Elamine with 22 to lead the Royals, while Simon Wright added 16 points and 10 rebounds. Armstrong lost to Tartan 77-71. Race Thompson with 25 points and 13 rebounds led the Falcons. Jordan Horn scored 23 for the Titans. Armstrong's first conference game is at Andover on Tuesday.
The Park Center boys face district rivals Osseo and Maple Grove this week. The Pirates played a thriller against Columbia Heights Friday. Pirates locked in a good battle against the Highlanders. Nathan Sheriffong lofting a pass. DeAndre Roberson finishes for a 49-45 Heights lead. Emmanuel Tamba strokes a baseline three-pointer for the Pirates, tying the score at 57. Christian Kelly hits a three to give Heights a 66-65 lead with under 2 minutes to play. The Highlanders lead 70-68 with 12 seconds left in the game. But Xavier Bonner zips a pass. Kahari Broadway scores as time expires to force OT. Tamba with a huge play here. He'll get the steal and go in for the bucket, giving PC a 76-75 lead with less than 30 seconds to go. And then in a wild sequence, Lasani Kamara will get the putback basket for Park Center. The Pirates win 79-75. Well, more basketball later in the show.
Now to hockey, where a veteran Maple Grove boys team should be pretty strong again this winter. They had a contest in the Northwest Suburban crossover game against Armstrong Cooper. Justin Kelly will win the draw to Sam Huff, and across to Tyler Borsch for the goal, and it's 1-0 Crimson. And Eric Evans wins the faceoff to Nick Onrowski, and Evans with a great deflection in front as the Wings get on the board. It's a 2-1 game. Less than a minute later, Borsch steals the breakout pass and sets up Jarrett Camerata for the backhander to restore a 2-goal lead for Maple Grove. But late in the first period, Evans on the rush sets up Mitchell Waletsky for the wrist shot for the Wings. It's 3-2 Maple Grove after 1. In the second, Matthew Jaglow on the rush has it knocked loose, but he stays with it to score a nice goal. Gives Maple Grove a 4-2 lead. Sam Huff finishes the period with a goal on a shorthanded rush as Maple Grove wins 6-2. They added a win over Anoka, and we'll hear from the Crimson later in the show. Maple Grove's girls hockey team is shooting for a return trip to the state tournament. The Crimson faced off with perennial power Minnetonka on Saturday. McMahon flips it out front. Maya Martinez mishits it, but Taylor Wente buries it for a 1-0 Crimson lead. They look for more on a 2-on-1, but Skipper's goalie Elizabeth Kubicek comes up with a big save, and it's still 1-0 after 1. Second period, Maple Grove working the corners to free up the puck. It leads to a good scoring chance, but Kubicek holds her ground here to make the save. At the other end, Coco Francis stops the big slap shot and the tough rebound try by Minnetonka, and it's 1-1 through 2 periods of play. In the third, the Skippers grab the lead. Molly McHugh deflects the pass in for a power play goal, and it's 2-1 Tonka early in the period. Maple Grove ties it up, though, on a great shot as Katie Denicky uses the defender as a screen and fires it over Kubicek's shoulder to make it 2-2. Late in the game, Wente will go behind the net and then sets up McMahon, and she doesn't miss. That's a game winner. Maple Grove takes a 3-2 thriller over Minnetonka.
The Wayzata girls hockey team is in the middle of a 5-game homestand. It started last Thursday when the Trojans hosted Shakopee. Late first period, Emily Wisniewski's shot from the point finds its way in for a 1-0 Trojans lead. That's how it stays until the third period when Shakopee's Tristan Truax dances through the defense and scores, tying the game up. And with under 30 seconds to play in regulation, the Sabres buzz the net, and Truax scores in the backhand for the game winner. 2-1 Shakopee, the final. Trojans now 4-4 on the season.
A couple of close games there right down to the end.
Yeah, tough one to lose for Wayzata. Big win, though, for the Maple Grove girls, and they are really playing well. Next up here on Sports Jam, gymnastics, boys swimming, and more basketball.
Welcome back to Sports Jam.
The gymnastics season is now underway. Two of the area's better teams matched up last week. Park Center was at home to face Maple Grove. In the uneven bars, this is Maple Grove's Emma Engard. She lands with a score of 8.65 and finishes second on her team to Carrie Turner. Park Center's Maddie Clausen won the bars and tied for first with Maple Grove's Nadia Abid on the balance beam. Clausen with a score of 8.85 on the beam on her way to winning the all-around title for the meet. To the floor exercise, and Park Center's Haley Illy. Illy scores a 9.1 on the floor, the Pirates' first meet of the year. It's the best score for the Pirates in the floor exercise. The champion of the floor on this night, Maple Grove's Emma Siemens, turning in a great routine and earning a 9.4 mark. The Crimson edged the Pirates by a point and a half, 135.675 to 134.175. Saturday at the Elk River Invitational, Maple Grove scored nearly 4 points higher to win the meet with 139.65 points. Runner-up Buffalo finished at 134.5. Anoka and Rogers rounded out the top four, with Wayzata placing sixth with a team score of 129.65. Abby Weber of Sartell St. Stephen won the all-around. The high school boys swimming and diving season is now underway as well. Some schools started last Thursday with conference relay events, but Northwest Suburban Conference teams featured dual meets, including Armstrong at home against Osseo. 200 medley relay, and Osseo's team of Lorenzo Mascarenas, Lou Churchill, John Schober, and Noah Rudd take first place with a time of 1 minute, 55.61 seconds. In the 200-yard freestyle, it's Osseo's Duncan Masterman swimming to a victory. His time of 2:14.8 is just 0.3 of a second ahead of runner-up Aiden Lyon of Armstrong. In the 200-yard individual medley, it's Ethan Womack way out in front, winning by 6 seconds. His time 2 minutes, 11.46 seconds. And in the 50 freestyle race, Duncan Petrie of Armstrong closes strong. He wins going away. Petrie's time 24.39 seconds. Armstrong goes on to beat Osseo 95-69.
Now back to basketball. Cooper and Prairie Seeds each played in a section final last season in boys hoops. They met up Friday in the season opener for the Hawks. Cooper leads this one early. Bijan Newbern goes off the glass here for a corner three. He pours in 19 in the first half. Davion Gibson hits a tough floater for Prairie Seeds on his way to a 15-point opening half. Jalen Justice drives, and he delivers a tough floater as Cooper still leads it by 5. But Prairie Seed surges into the lead. Gibson knocks down a three-pointer, and the Lycans lead it by 9 at the half, 47-38. And they don't relax, instead building on the lead. Off the Cooper miss, the pass ahead to a Monty Booth for the layup. The Lycans are up 51-40. Off the inbound play, Brian Robinson scores 2 of his 27, and Prairie Seeds goes up by 15. Cooper storms back late. Damian Gordon hits a step-back 3 to pull the Hawks within 4 at 83-79. But Robinson and Prairie Seeds hit free throws to hold on for a 90-82 win. Gibson talked about the big victory.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience. Like we've been through this. This is a big win, but we've been down and up, and teams try to come back, but we just gotta keep fighting and keep playing like we down. That's all I can say.
The top-ranked Hopkins girls basketball team is showing that they may be the team to beat this season in 4A. The Royals at home taking on St. Michael Albertville. And Hopkins, as they often do, gets off to a quick start. Unless Shakolis gets the offensive rebound and put back, helping the Royals to a 9-2 lead. Paige Beckers with a steal here, triggers a fast break. Shakolis finishes at the other end and is fouled. She led all players with 26 points. Freshman Beckers is the Royals' leading scorer for the season. He scores and is fouled here as Hopkins builds a 30-point halftime lead. They go on to beat STMA 83-43. Hopkins followed up that win with a 77-49 win at Minnetonka in a rematch of last year's Class 4A title game. Beckers and Shakolis combined for 41 points. The Royals also beat New Prague on Saturday and are now 7-0 on the season. After 2-point and 3-point wins to start the season, the Heritage Christian Academy girls were hoping for a little easier time in their third game of the season. Eagles at home to face 3-1 St. Agnes. Annika Simonson to Caitlin Guggenberg, back to Simonson for 2. A 2-point Eagles lead in the first half. Taylor Scott hit some big shots for Heritage in the game, including this 3-pointer to put the Eagles ahead by 5. Heritage works the ball to Maddie Torvey for the short baseline jumper. The Eagles extend their lead to 9. They're up 6 at halftime on Hawaiian Beach night at HCA. Early second half, it's Jordan Allen rebounding the Torvey miss. She'll put it back up and in. Heritage leads by as many as 14 points. But the Aggies then go on a 10-0 run. Keelan Lewis with a 3-pointer from the wing helped pull St. Agnes back to within 4. Heritage, though, holds the lead. Simonson drains a 3. She leads all scores with 23 points, and Heritage remains unbeaten with a 63-52 win.
In the second game of the varsity doubleheader, the Heritage boys looking to start 3-0 as well. Zach Johansson grabs the offensive rebound, dishes to C.J. Woda for the layup, and a 6-2 Eagles lead. And it's Woda getting the ball, and he'll hit a soft turnaround in the lane on his way to a 20-point night for Heritage. And check this one out. Heritage in transition. Woda will set up Jack Vandertop for the dunk, and the Eagles lead it 20-8. More transition ball for the Eagles. Johansson takes it to the rack and lays in 2 more as Heritage is never threatened in this one. Heritage wins big 72-22 is the final. They'll play at Central Minnesota Christian in Princeburg on Saturday. A couple of good wins for the team, and a Hawaiian night sounded kind of good on
it was a
the weather
cold
we
night,
had.
and
Yes.
it was a fun theme for the night. Up next in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet one of the state's top girls hockey players. We'll be right back. Breck senior Grace Zumwinkle has competed at a national level in hockey and is perhaps the state's best prep player this winter. Next year, she's headed to the country's top college program. Here's this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, featuring this Mustang's 3-sport standout. Grace Zumwinkle finished in the top 10 at the state Class 2A golf tournament last spring. This fall, she played in the state tennis doubles final for a second straight year, having won the title with Lauren Kozakowski in 2015. And those are her fun sports.
Well, now it's Grace Zumwinkle circling in that left side. Cuts to the middle, fires and scores!
It's on the hockey rink where the Mustangs senior forward really excels. Zumwinkle leads the state in goal scoring, averaging nearly a hat trick per game for the second-ranked team in Class A.
Obviously, I don't try to look at the points. I mean, they have been coming lately, but I don't try to focus on them because I just try to play my game, and points will come here and there depending on the game.
This year she's taken a step up and she's becoming a dominant player in high school hockey. She's fast, she's strong, and obviously, you watch her shoot. She shoots like no other girl. So she's also a great leader. I mean, she leads by example, works hard every day in practice, and in the games brings everything she can.
She's definitely a clutch player, that's for sure. From the minute I've been here, she's always been like that. She scores goals in big games, and she pretty much just leads our team.
Grace is the middle of three Zumwinkle girls. She credits her sister Anna, 1 year older and now a freshman at Middlebury College in Vermont, as a huge influence.
We are best friends still today and growing up, and we did everything together, and she motivated me every single day to push harder and be better each and every day.
Grace's hockey talent landed her a place on the U.S. National Under-18 team that she's played for the last 2 summers.
It's awesome, and it's everyone's bought into the team philosophies and programs, which is awesome, and it's a great level of hockey. Minnesota obviously has a great representation, but it's great hockey. Everyone knows the plays, and it's fun.
Next year she moves to college hockey and the University of Minnesota, holders of 7 national titles, and home to former Breck star Kate Schipper.
I visited multiple schools out east and close to home, and I've always envisioned myself staying close to home. And the minute I walked on the campus, I just loved the coaches, loved the players, loved the academic and athletic opportunities that were going to be offered for me there.
As she prepares for the world of college hockey, those around her have seen her game improve.
She's become more dynamic. Now she's a threat in both ends. She's better defensively, where before, I think when she started, she was just kind of all offense. And she's now figuring out just how to play with other players and just being able to dominate at this level.
I've watched her improve, and even though she's older than me, it's nice to see that she's gone from being an offensive player to both offense and defense, and just a two-way player that, like I said, performs in these big games and leads our team to success.
While she admits to working on her game hours a day nearly year-round, Grace has carved out time to enjoy both golf and tennis. Grace and Lauren Kozakowski beating her older sisters in the 2015 state doubles final.
I didn't think it was going to happen because I focused the majority of my time on hockey, but as the opportunity arose, I got intense about it, and I obviously wanted to win. My mom played college tennis, so she kind of taught me some of her skills, and so during the summer I would go hit with her and my sister, and so when I wasn't playing hockey I was trying to practice tennis.
One thing that's missing from Grace's hockey resume, a state tournament appearance. The Mustangs haven't played in the Class A tourney since 2012, losing some heartbreakers to rival Blake in section play.
It mean a lot. We've had the past 4 years have been nail biters with Blake each year, which is awesome hockey to see, but it would be tremendous for our program and as a senior especially.
The Mustangs got beat in the regular season just this past Saturday, losing to Blake 4-1. They'll play in the Dinah Holiday Tournament December 26th through the 28th. Grace's younger sister Emily is an 8th grader on the Breck hockey team. Jay talks hockey with the Maple Grove boys when Sports Jam returns.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. A nice start to the season for the Maple Grove boys hockey team, winning 3 of their first 4 games, and we're talking with them after a win over Armstrong Cooper, and starting with Jayden Walsh here. And I know you guys have a very experienced team and a lot of guys who have played quite a bit of hockey. How much are you looking forward to the rest of this year, and how do you like the way the season started?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're a good group of guys. We've been together forever, and just the things that we have in front of us is just incredible. Plain and simple, we all know each other so well, and it's so exciting to see what we have in front of us.
Not a bad way to start the season. Opening night, Turkey Trot Tournament. You beat the defending state champion, Wayzata. How much fun was that night?
It was incredible. It was a loud night. It's our 3rd year doing this, and we lost our first 2, but it was fun to end it on a good note. So it was a very exciting night. Very cool to get that done.
Not a real easy schedule to start the year, too, playing, back-to-back nights, to see in Holy Family the next night. Obviously, you're disappointed with that result, but did you guys learn some things from that game that'll, carry into the rest of the year, too?
Of course, yeah. Holy Family's they're a tough team. We've played them all 3 years, unfortunately been on the other end of it, but, we always learn from them. They always beat us pretty good, and, take away from them, their forecheck is just incredible. They're a great team, and it's something that we want to emulate as a team as well.
All right, thanks for joining us, and good luck in the next week here. And Jack Kelly, one of the defensemen, steady back there. And how did you feel about the way your team played here against Armstrong Cooper?
I thought we played strong. A couple slow starts, but I think we handled our business. At the end of the day, we got it done. Probably not the best outcome that we liked, but we got it done. We got the W, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
Obviously, you get excited when it's your senior season. You've got a lot of guys that you've played with for a long time and everything. Are you guys, trying to make sure you enjoy each week of the season too, though, not get too far ahead, start thinking about maybe going to the X and everything?
Oh yeah, no. Every day after practice, I try and stay an extra 15, 20 minutes and just soak it in. Sit in the shower or whatever. Just hang out with the boys, play ping pong, just really enjoy it because growing up when you're a sophomore, freshman, you hear all the seniors saying, it goes so fast, you won't even realize it. That's where it's kind of starting to soak in, where it's just I need to sit down, relax, and enjoy it. So it's been fun, though. Yeah.
Got a couple games coming up in the next week that, potentially good opponents with Minnetonka, and then Blaine has been a rival over the years. How much do you look forward to testing yourselves against those guys?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it tremendously. It'll be a lot of fun. 2 big games. We are going to have to come out strong. We're not, we can't be lackadaisical. We have to start strong. And
Jack, thanks for joining us, and have fun.
Thank you.
And Sam Huff, another guy that can light things up here. And, you guys came out a little bit slow, as the guys said, but did you still keep confident and say, okay, some of these are going to start to go in, even though the Armstrong Cooper's goalie had played well against you?
Yeah, obviously we were generating chances all game, and especially in the first. We got, I think, 18 shots it was, so goalie made 15 saves. Obviously, we're having 3 after 1, but we had good opportunities, good grade A scoring chances, and we just couldn't finish. So the goalie played well in the first, and then the second we kind of opened the floodgates, and the third we kind of got stuffed again. But overall, I think we got a lot of shots, which is one of our goals every game, just get pucks on net and hopefully score.
You guys have so many guys who've played a lot of varsity hockey. Does that help to deal with the highs and lows a little bit? Because not every night's going to be a great night or a perfect night for your team, but when you've been through it before, does that help?
Yeah, I think we got a core of 8 or 9 guys who've kind of been through it before. I think probably 12 guys last year went to the section final, so we've all been there in big situations when the lights are shining the brightest. And I think obviously having some senior leadership with guys been there 3 or 4 times the sections and playing in big games and games that mean something, and having good seasons and bad seasons, we kind of know what to expect. And that's kind of one goal for this year, is just for everyone to buy in as a team. And if we buy in, I think we'll have a good year. So that's what we're trying to do.
Thanks for joining us, Sam, and have fun the rest of the season here.
Thank you.
3 of the Maple Grove guys that have helped them get off to a great start this season, as the Crimson getting set for a big week when they take on Minnetonka and Blaine. We'll be back to wrap up Sports Jam, but first it's a look at our plays of the week.
Drive, off balance, shot up and in and 1. Beckers driving again to the basket, and 2 more.
Crimson control the draw. Here's a shot and a goal.
Our game of the week is a good one in boys basketball as Maple Grove plays at Park Center Friday night at 7. Watch the game live on Channel 12 and 799 and 12.tv. The replays are at 10 a.m. Saturday and 10 p.m. on Saturday, and that'll do it for this week's show.